But let's head back over to the juniors where we have a very exciting fourth quarter of play. And who do we have sitting in? Should I give my boy some airtime? Zach Grossack?
Yeah. I think as unaccustomed as he is to being on view graph, we can give him 1 quarter.
Yeah, sounds fair. Okay, well, sparks are probably gonna fly. There's looks like they're already aboard in, and Kolesnik has picked up 1 imp this set, but they still have 21 to make up if they want to be USA1. South opens a spade. West comes in 2 hearts, which looks fine. Ace king fifth, white red.
Yeah.
2 spades by North. Double by East, showing the minors. 3 spades. Pass, pass, pass. Whoa. I guess if 2 hearts could be even lighter than this, then yeah, maybe you don't want to act with the East hand. But I would be very tempted to, I don't know.
Take a shot at it.
Yeah, double this or do something else. How is 3 spades doing?
I think it's interesting. I think this actually may be a hand where Zach's result is being hurt by the level of competition he usually plays in. If you're playing this in the finals of the spin gold, it can't possibly be right to double 3 spades, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, your expert, top-notch declarer, can see the vulnerability as well as you can. When he's bidding out here, he knows what he's doing. Here, playing against juniors that haven't, gone for numbers enough to sit back in their chairs, the double is probably right. But I think if you're Zach and used to playing against people that would only bid 3 spades when it's good for them, it's probably right not to double.
Yeah, so I mean, on this defense, 3 spades is making. Declarer's just going to take an ace and 8 trump tricks.
I mean, you remember the hand from that same Kane match you told the story about the other day, where Versace got up to 3 hearts and I doubled with 2 aces and 2 trump tricks and was very disappointed when both my side aces got rough.
Dude, okay, look, that hand.
I know, you could have beaten it, but
that one was all on me. But I mean, it's just like a. I say afterwards in hindsight, right? Like I technically could have worked out that declare must be 7-6 on the auction.
I get that.
But
the point I'm making is I had like the clearest double in the history of bridge against most players, and against this player we had to defend really carefully to beat a 1.
Yeah.
So I think Zach, if he's used to playing against opponents like that, you don't double.
Sure. That seems totally fair.
Yeah, obviously against some random junior or even like a strong junior, the double is much more appealing.
Mm-hmm. So as declare, I mean, I probably rough this high, and then rough a diamond. This seems quite sensible. You go down 1 less trick when the 9 of spades is with West if they're over roughing the club, and you don't really know what's going on in clubs. So I think that was well played by Declare. Now, I don't know if 3 spades actually is going down on a trump lead. I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
But it seems as if East-West probably had a better chance if Zach doubled to beat the contract. But you're right. It is very scary to double when the opponents are looking at the red vulnerability and come in. Is 130 to 109 real time? It is real time. So this is taking into account the imps scored this segment as well. We're only a few boards in to this segment, and this table is going to play much faster than the other one. So we'll probably get comparisons.
6 boards ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I think there were like 6 boards ahead last time.
Yeah.
Possibly more if Kevin Rosenberg's playing the set.
He is. I think I saw. Well, a heart by North, pass by East. Very disciplined pass by Zach. I approve. Right, it's real time with the 45-minute delay. That's true. Heart check a spade, 2 club overcall by Finn. Hyper aggressive red white. I mean, he has a passed hand, but just kind of lead directional.
Yeah.
3 spades by North. Ooh.
And I don't like that three. So north south are playing precision. I don't know. I mean, maybe three spades is like, you still don't want to do more than that. But man, like, don't you just think you're making a game after a spade response?
Oh my god. North South have peeked at the opponent's cards. 4 club Cupid on the south hand.
Wow. Well, and again, his partner showed strength in a precision context, and he's got an 18 count.
No, but I mean, like, West vid clubs.
Oh, I see. Yeah, right. Maybe they just have the agreement. They always start with, Cupid and Kings, Cupid, Ace, and Kings freely, and always Cupid the lowest.
I mean, the thing is, you can queue 4 diamonds and get the same info, right? If partner doesn't have a club control, then you can avoid playing in a bad slam. And if partner does have a club control, they're going to realize once you've bypassed 4 clubs that you're looking for a club control. This works brilliantly because North now looking at the ace of clubs is like, oh, we're in business.
Yeah, so South almost certainly will keycard now.
Keycard, 5 spades, 2 with, 6 spades. They do have to pick up the spade jack. It is very much possible Declare goes down. My suspicion is that Declare is probably just going to lead a spade to the queen, though, because West is surely marked with a spade ace from the overcall, but then...
Yeah. And West is marked with a spade ace and more likely to be shorter in spades, so...
Yeah.
Way to the queen spade back feels right to me, too.
Right. So despite, the fact that the jack of spades would be extra high cards, and maybe you can think that West should have that, I believe low spade to the queen is probably what I would do.
Yeah. In here, a jack in a side suit the opponents are bidding isn't going to affect West's choice whether to overcall, and I think everyone at the table knows that.
Right.
He is going to probably think for a while about how to tackle the spades here.
Diamond lead.
Yeah, and I think maybe he's worried about, maybe he thinks there's just no chance a club ever cashes, he just wants to lead through it like, I don't know.
Right. My thinking is just oftentimes on hands where the opponents have preempted, and I'm not gonna claim that this hand looks like a preempt, but we do know as Declare that West has basically preempted 2 clubs in this auction.
Right.
They either lead shortness, or if they aren't leading shortness, then they're short in trumps. So the fact that West has led a diamond doesn't look like it's diamond shortness. East would have had to have an 8-card diamond suit or something, which means
Right.
West should be short in trumps.
Yeah, it feels like a diamond was probably just West trying to lead through Dummy's Cupid and also be as passive as possible.
Right. Yeah, no. The diamond lead makes sense. I'm just thinking about Declare's problem because he's in the
So
tank now.
Declare can sort of, Declare can probably figure out that's why West led a diamond and that there's just nothing more to it than that.
Mm-hmm. So he's been thinking for a while on this spade play.
I mean, the longer he thinks, the worse this is for his side.
Long think, wrong think.
Yeah.
I
mean,
it just feels like too big of a position to take a first round spade hook to me.
it's true, and some of the time when West has 3 spades, those 3 spades don't include the jack.
Yep. It's like the Meckwell story with Greg Humphreys. I think I've told this one on stream before, but I don't know if you've heard it.
I don't think I have.
where, oh, okay. Well, we have a match, ladies and gentlemen.
What did I tell you? So what was the
So,
mech stress?
so the Meckwell
Humphreys
story,
thing?
right? So Greg Humphreys has some hand. He has Ace King Queen 10, seventh of clubs, and basically out. And he opens a club, and like the Ace of Diamonds maybe or whatever. And he like opens a club, and it goes 3 diamonds on his left, and it goes double check 3 no, all pass, right? And they lead like a heart or whatever, or they lead a diamond. And so he wins the diamond ace, and his clubs are Ace King Queen 10 7th opposite a singleton. He crosses to dummy, and he's just like, well, you know, diamonds are 7 whatever. It's way more likely that clubs are 4-1, right? So he plays a club to the 10, and it loses to the stiff jack. And so he goes down like 6 tricks or whatever in this 3-no trump. So he goes over to Mech, who's just like sitting. This was in Gatlinburg some year. And he's like, hey, Jeff, I have a problem for you. So there was this hand, there was this bidding. Like, what would you do in this contract? And Mech goes, well, a club to the 10 is like a pretty big play, and I don't think I'm prepared to do that. So I'm just gonna cash the Ace King Queen of clubs. And Greg is just like, but don't, he's trying to get some sort of sympathy for his line of play of club to the 10, and Mech is just like, I mean, they don't always have a singleton, and sometimes it's the singleton jack. I don't know what to tell you. So Greg learned his lesson and has, I think, never ever afterwards finessed the preemptor's partner for an honor.
Hasn't taken a finesse in any suit in the last 17 years.
Yeah. 1 spade, 4 hearts, wobble.
Yeah, I mean,
We get the Ace of Spades lead, not the most ideal lead for the defense, but it looks like it's still going to be down 1. Defense is going to get 2. Oh, down 2? Down 2. Defense is going to get 2 clubs, a diamond, and 2 spades.
Oh, right, because the trump lead, yeah. Yeah, that's a nice result for. I mean, he does do a pretty good Backstrap, but to be fair, like Backstrap might be the easiest bridge player in the world to do to imitate.
Yeah, I didn't even try to do the L'Oreal Versace impressions. I did I think it was Bocchi, one of the Italian players, who had the. At some point, when I was a very, very like young, up and coming bridge player, I was like in high school at the time, and I was at a nationals with someone, and I was talking with I forget who, some player on like the Italian national team, and I was like, yeah, like I had this hand, and I bid to 2 no trump, and I figured that maybe we just pass 2 no trump and play there. It was like teams, and he goes, in Italy, we don't play 2 no trump. So it was like, there's absolutely no way that you could ever leave 2 no trump to playing imps. Learned my lesson there. Now we only play 1 no trump, making 4.
Right. Didn't you have a 230 in one of these events recently?
Oh
no. One of a major though. Have you had a 240 yet?
Oh, I have had plenty of 240s, but I've had 240s where it's like I deserve to be plus 120.
I do an okay Palawan, but Palawan is also one of the easiest bridge players to imitate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Club. Ooh. We're playing for down 1. Ace of clubs, anyone? No. North worked it out. And now it will be easy. South gets to switch to the queen of spades. Maybe they don't. Maybe they get to switch to the ace of diamonds. Declarer could still have king 10 third of spades remaining, so I guess the queen of spades is safe. Never mind. Queen of spades is totally safe.
Spades is always safe.
What was this up against? Was South making 4 spades? It looks like they had no club. They have 1 heart loser and 1 spade loser, and that's it. They're probably going to lose the diamond hook. Although the ace of clubs is there for a pitch. Okay, 4 spades looks like a making spot. So this could be a small swing to the Kolesnik squad, depending on what happens at the other table.
We'll find out in a couple hours.
Yeah. South is thinking, it's a good idea to try and build a picture of Declarer's hand here, but sometimes you can do better by just making a completely safe play that gives you more information. Like if it goes queen of spades and North shows out, now you have more or less a full count on West's hand. Okay, jack of spades, whatever, same deal.
Yeah, and also the spade I think is always safe, and the diamond will look pretty silly if Declare turned out to have an extra one.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of the point I was trying to make. Like ace of diamonds could work, but you don't need to risk it yet. You can collect more information by leading a spade, and then you'll find out Declare has a stiff diamond if necessary.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere, so.
Yep. Now, as long as South is counting, and he can pitch his diamond queen, diamond to the ace, and claim the last 2 tricks.
Yeah, you can pitch. You can pitch a spade anyway, right?
Yeah. Well, he might get end played into leading a diamond away from the ace queen.
On some Sure.
Yep. So, again, could be a small swing. That would only be 3 imps if 4 spades was bid and made at the other table. Or maybe 4 imps, depending on whether or not they made 5. Diamond by South, a spade overcall. I guess we bid 2 diamonds in the North? Maybe we make a negative double. Never mind. Negative double. Oh, they're playing precision as well. Oh, wait a second. Oh, this is terrifying. Do you even bid?
Yeah, probably. Right. If your partner has hearts, it's good, and you know that you have a landing spot on one of the minors.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You're not trying to bid a game, but you're certainly trying to contest the part score. And the stiff spade is some protection, right?
Yeah.
The opponents might just take you off the hook here.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
North obviously totally disagrees, and he plays the system, and I don't. So.
Well, North-South have 4 cashers against this, and there's not really anywhere the ace of hearts can go, even if it goes ace king of diamonds and like a trump switch or something.
Yeah, I mean they could do something like, and I guess like if East were somehow declare, maybe they can play like club to the ace, club back, and something bad happens because the queen of diamonds looks scary, but. Yeah, here I think it's going to be very difficult to miss the cash out.
Yeah, so South wins the king of diamonds. I mean, maybe South can think about switching to trumps immediately on winning the diamond king. I would be terrified of doing that. Like if West stiff club is the ace instead of the queen, then you probably
I think you definitely have to cash this.
Yeah, I think you just need a cash. King of diamonds, especially ace of diamonds, low heart. Feels natural.
Mm-hmm. That preserves all your defensive chances.
Right. And North really probably shouldn't have an ace for passing. It's possible, but we know that North has spade shortness, so it seems unlikely that partners should have an ace on this auction and not take a bid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly sure how mainstream precision players handle a hand like North, but like, if I think we have a fit and can play a part score, then I'm gonna be in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Like we don't have a game, but so what?
Yeah.
All right, so that's one. Yeah, this. So I also think that this is a mistake of a different kind, which is if you're planning to do this, maybe you should be winning the Ace of Diamonds and shifting to a low heart. Like you're doing this to induce a misguess from Declare. So once you've put yourself on that path, then you should be putting, as much misinformation out there as possible.
I suppose, but I mean, like, don't you want them to not play you for the ace? Play your partner for that card?
What do you mean?
Well, you've opened the bidding.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I think, like, you want to show
I see
as
what you're
many
saying.
high card points as possible if you want them to
Right,
place the
right,
hard
right,
ace in partner's hand. Yeah.
Good point.
Um,
Good point.
well, North-South did work it out. Maybe a small mistake by the South player, but it did not cost this time. A hurt by West.
Feels like a likely push.
Spade by East. They are not playing Flannery. Confirmed.
And Flannery is really outside of the Levin Weinstein partnership, not played at all at the top level.
Yeah. Which is hilarious.
Yeah, I gotta assume that like 30 years ago, Stevie got a bad result on a hand like that and has played Flannery ever since.
Okay, this is exciting. This is probably, yeah, so this is extras with 6 hearts, but a mostly balanced hand. We'll see what Zach does. I mean, 6 hearts is not a bad spot. East-west.
So it's interesting that they use it for this treatment and not just, a solid heart gambling type hand as a lot of players would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think East will probably bid 4-0 and give partner one last chance to drop it.
Really? You think? I mean, East
I
is
mean,
like minimal.
Yeah, but if West range goes up to 19, then sorry, I miscounted the East cards. Yeah, you're right. So it probably just drops it. I think the East had a 14 count, not a 12 count.
So would you rather play 3-0 or 3-0 is probably okay rather than 4 hearts? I think I like that
Yeah,
choice.
with the extra high cards, if Trumps break badly, it just won't matter in 3-0 Trump.
Right.
You know, we've got 30 highs, so 30 highs, and most of the time with Swords, Tricks, and Hearts, and we don't have one. We really don't want to be playing with them as Trumps.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see how aggressively Zach elects to be. I mean, he has no jacks. If Trumps break badly in 3-0, you should call the TD.
I mean, I shouldn't call the TD because we know who it is.
Good point. The East hand does look somewhat slam oriented. The unfortunate thing is like East doesn't really have a source of tricks, and 2 balanced hands opposite each other kind of need high cards to make the slam. Now he knows his partner has 6 hearts.
Yeah, which means that probably it's going to be some work to set up one of your 4-card suits if partner is just pretty short in both of them.
I actually think 6 hearts is gonna make. I'm actually fairly certain 6 hearts is gonna make. North is just end played at trick 1.
Oh.
So what do we lead from the North hand? First of all, this is the question, right? Because North is end played at trick 1, so 6.
What is in played trick 1?
6 hearts is making. Wait. No. Am I? No, I'm crazy, right? I'm crazy.
No,
This
you're
shoe
right.
was the Jack fourth of hearts, not the Ace of clubs. I forgot.
Oh, right. I was thinking, like, yeah, I would lead the Jack of Clubs, but then, of course, Declare is never going to. I mean, is there a trump coup possibility, though, after that start?
Yes, there's definitely going to be a trump coup possibility. Now, Finn is going to need to play the hand very carefully, and this will we'll see. I don't know if Finn is a master declarer. We did watch him win the Solway knockouts, but you do need to be very careful about planning for contingencies in hands. I actually put out a video on a trump coup um, a few days ago, so we'll see if he takes the right approach. He's going to go King of Hearts, Heart to the Ace. I think this is probably okay. He can still play Ace of Spades, King of Spades, Spade Ruff, knock out the Club Ace, and use 2 diamond entries to pull off the trump coup. It looks like this contract is going to come home.
So why is King of Hearts, Heart to the Ace better than Ace of Hearts, Heart to the King?
It's probably not. You're right. You're right. It's probably just kind of irrelevant. Maybe he's trying to be a little careful in case that really was like Queen Doubleton of diamonds on the opening lead. He might need to set up a club trick or something to pitch a diamond loser. But yeah, he does find out about the bad trump split. I think you're technically right. If trumps are 5-0, you could still make it on a trump coup as long as you play a heart to the ace and heart to the 10 first. That 9 of hearts is a big card.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
But yeah, I would say the nice thing about trump coups is like because you need very specific layouts of the opponent's hand, you're kind of forced into taking the right line of play if there is one.
Yeah. I think South here is like started to see what's about to happen to him.
Yeah, and so this is kind of a good play as South, and then West right in there with unblocking the King of Clubs. Big deal.
Yeah,
Um,
I think right. If Declare, yeah. I mean, if Declare really needed that entry to dummy, maybe he would have just played the King of Clubs out of his hand at
mhm.
some point. But yeah, a nice play by Declare in case he needs this extra entry,
Yep.
which he probably doesn't. But never hurts to get those possibilities alive.
Are we sure about that? Hold on. Maybe this wasn't a particularly good play. We could have.
Yeah, because you might have been able to, well, unblock it later, pitch a diamond, and not worry about what the opening lead was from.
You still need to rough 2 cards. I don't think you ever had a chance to pitch a diamond unless there's some like missed defense somewhere. But
Oh, I think that's yeah, maybe that's no, sure, right? Because you can pitch a diamond, and then the 2 cards you rough can be a diamond and a club or a diamond and a spade.
yeah, but then you don't have enough entries to the dummy to lead at trick 12. Because one of the entries that you're squandering, so you're both
Oh,
squandering the club
right,
queen entry and the 3rd diamond entry. Um,
right.
so yeah, it looks like there was nothing Declare could do as long as the defense defended well if he didn't unblock the club king. But maybe South would have won the ace of clubs and played a club. Then the king of clubs might be a useful card. You could go
Right.
ace king of spades, spade rough.
Obviously, like if they play cash the ace of clubs, you don't unblock, and they play a diamond. That's kind of bad for you. Or a spade, whatever.
Never mind. It just give you a bit of
Maybe it doesn't matter.
whatever. I like unblocking the club king. I think that's the end
I
of
also
it.
like unblocking the club king, but anyway.
And so South's going to be in the tank for a while. I mean, this is definitely a hand you want to spend some time thinking about because this could be up. Classic Zach.
What's that?
Zach called the TD.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
S-
It
Yeah. So
it is
I don't
slow
know.
play.
I don't know if the commentator or the spectators are having the same experience. I'm about 10 seconds. I'm in real time with you on voice chat, but about 10 seconds behind on the the view graph stream.
That's probably about right. Yeah, it might be easier for you to. I've noticed that. It might be easier if you followed in your own window
Yeah.
at the table,
So
or if you prefer, I could share screen on Discord. That would be fine.
no, let's do this. Let's pull up my phone.
So we got spade to the ace, spade to the king, spade ruff, diamond to the 10, this is also fine, club to the queen. He does need to be careful and ruff a club, not a spade, and he is careful about that. Diamond to the 10, king of diamonds, and very nicely played Finn. Six no making on this hand. It feels pretty hard if you don't pick up the heart suit on the prior board. Ooh. Oh, we have a new leader. Alert, alert, alert. Kolesnik is ahead by 1 imp. We'll quickly take a peek at the scoreboard.
Wow.
6 spades went down and 6 no trump made. I don't even remember that hand. It's been so long. That was like hours ago.
Yeah, that was the hand where the declarer played a spade to the 10.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Was 6 no trump a better contract? I didn't even look at that.
It was better if you don't play a spade to the 10.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah, double dummy. I'm not sure. Possibly, right? Because they're sort of the same. Like, I don't think you needed to rough anything, right?
No, but is it possible that if you lose 2 spades, you go down a bunch in 6 no? They set up diamonds.
No, because you have double stoppers in every other suit.
Right, but like they lead a diamond, you win.
Oh, I see. You guessed the spade's wrong. We did not. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. But against that, you have 8 hearts between you, so there would often be a heart rough out against you.
Okay. Yep. Makes sense.
All right, so now I am watching this in a leverage window, so I'll be in sync with you on watching these bits and plays.
Cool. 1 no, 2 hearts transfer, 2 spades, 3 clubs, spades and clubs. This looks pretty nice. 3 spades, 4 diamonds should be shortness, cubed, 4 hearts.
Last train, probably.
Yeah. 4 hearts probably
Yeah,
last
just
train,
thinking.
5 hearts Q. They are going to reach at least 6 spades. It's hard to imagine that Finn is going to do... Yeah, he signs off in 5 spades, so I think Zach will take the push. Maybe he shouldn't have signed off in 5 spades. I'm just looking at that now. It feels as if Zach might have been looking for a club card, and he was.
Yeah, and I think also when you have all of these aces and your partner's slamming, like, you have to be worried that they're going to, just not have anywhere to go after you sign off.
Right. I think
Like, it's not
5 hearts is a very big
not a
bid
great
that is
flip.
asking a very specific question. It's, do you have stuff in the black suits for me? Because 4 diamonds...
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 diamonds just very clearly said, okay, don't worry about the diamond suit. Finn might, be upset about the 4 diamond queue, but then when he hears 5 hearts, he should reevaluate.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So 4 diamonds, according to this, was just a general cue bid denying a club control, not necessarily shortness.
Right. At least that's what Zach alerted it as. So,
Right.
but I don't know how frequent of a partnership these two are. It's very possible that they're not on really solid footing past the three spade position in this auction.
Yeah, that's entirely possible.
But I do
I mean,
think
it's
like five hearts feels like, it really is asking, hey, do you have any help for me in the black suits? Like, I'm still interested in slam despite you doing nothing over here. And
yeah,
yeah.
I agree with that. I mean, as it is, it's a pretty good slam. It's not an amazing one.
It's really good. It's on
I
the club
mean,
hook or spades coming in.
well, the club hook could win, but you'd still not be able to. I guess then you might be able to compress the defensive club and spade trick.
Well, I mean,
Like imagine
you
it's
just
just
have a roughing finesse if the club hook wins.
yeah, like if it's king fourth on side.
Right,
Then I
you
can,
go ace king of spades, club hook.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it's is an excellent slam. Um,
Yeah.
they're going to be
Right.
quite upset that they did not make it there.
Yeah, particularly, obviously they know they've won at least one slam swing their way, but, a match that they could really use some imps.
Hmm.
Like, they're going to be pretty confident they want to swing on the one where the guy misguessed the spades, and they'll be correct about that.
Yep. So we could see some imps swung back there, but we're going to have to wait until next year to find out if Xiao actually plays that board at the other table. One no trump by East. One no trump. Oh my God, Zach, please.
13-7, yeah.
Oh,
13,
okay, it's a
14.
good 13 to 16.
Yeah. 14 to 16, but they do it on so many 13s, they have to call it that.
Yep. One no, all pass. 5 rounds of hearts. But Declare is going to be quite content to take 7 tricks after that. 5 rounds of hearts and the Queen of Clubs switch. Declare is just going to cash out. I mean, maybe he's going to try a spade
He'll
hook.
lead the he'll lead the Queen of Spades and, see if South flinches, is my guess.
Right.
I think South probably should know what's up at that point, but we've all won finesses like that before.
Mm-hmm.
In the other room, we got a push board on Four Hearts double, the one where they had 7 solid hearts, and North South. 1, 2. I see. Yeah, where North South could have made a game, but it required dropping the stiff king of diamonds offside.
Does it? They have a diamond pitch on the ace of clubs.
Yeah, but you have 4 diamonds in your hand. Pitching 1 doesn't help you that much.
Oh,
I think you're thinking of the board with the ace queen doubleton of diamonds,
right, I am.
maybe. Yeah, this one you have ace queen 10 fourth of diamonds, so you do have a pitch with king queen tight opposite ace fourth, but not a useful one.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was both tables. They undersaved, correctly, double dummy incorrectly in real life.
Why are we pitching? Oh my God, what is Zach doing? What happens if diamonds are 4-0?
If they're 4-0, they're probably 4-0 with North, right? South is the hard lane.
Probably. I mean, but is that really worth risking your contract? You just have 7 railers. What was this? God, like... I hope Finn is getting paid a healthy salary for playing with this fool. Okay, well, Kolesnik's still maintaining a 1-imp lead, but we do have a bunch of comparisons to come. And there could easily be a slam swing on that previous one with 6-5 in the black suits. South, so East passes, South opens a diamond. Let's find out what West does. If they have a natural 2 diamond bid, he'll probably make it.
Yeah, so in fact, Dan did get back to me. So he suggested that you could use three. So his first thought was like, well, just don't worry about it. That's not worth catering to. But he also thought if you're not going to play transfer advances, that 3 clubs might be useful for that because like that's not a bid you're really ever going to need either. Like you could have a natural 2 club advance and use 3 clubs for the diamond hand.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Like you lose the ability to bid, a strong 3 clubs advances. A lot of people like to play, including me, but again, like not a bid that ever really comes up. So not a huge loss to take out of your system.
Got it. Yeah, so we were talking about this kind of thing earlier. A question came up about how do you handle hands with diamonds when the opponents open a precision diamond? And so we asked our expert friend, and we do have a new leader once again. Xiao has picked up 10 imps on a board, so they're back in the lead by 9. A diamond.
Yeah, so the question specifically was, what do you do when it goes a diamond, a major suit overcall, and as the advancer you're there with natural diamonds?
Right. Well,
which is,
we have
awkward
found out
but rare.
that Finn and Zach do play 2 diamonds as natural here. I like the overcall.
So this was the hand where South won, the King of Diamonds shifted to a low heart with the King Queen Jack 9 and dummy, and in this room, oh, sorry, with dummy with the concealed hand. So in this room, they did lead Ace King of Diamonds, which seems like they're off to a good start. They cashed Ace of Hearts, so still off to a good start, and then somehow gave Declare a rough slough. There must have been some pretty serious defensive miscommunication.
Ooh. Yikes. And Declare was just able to make it from there.
Yeah, so that was just that. Everything was, Declare just had nothing but winners. Yeah, so presumably there's some carding mix-up where South thought that North had a Doubleton diamond and was getting a promotion of some kind instead of just having the Ace of Clubs.
Yep.
No.
Okay, well, so that's not a board that we really expected a swing on, which means Xiao actually might be up by 20 soon if they bid and make that slam. This, I think this is very unlucky for East-West if this is going down. I think passing by South is crazy here.
Yeah. I mean, red white, like it's 180 when they make it, and it's a zillion when they don't. So, and again, like your hand's a 10 count. It's not like you think you're making a game. So I kind of like it.
Is it 180 though? Is that really all we're giving up?
Probably. And again, remember we saw on an earlier board that they're pretty conservative about their negative doubles after precision opening. So
okay.
Partner has some values. Then I mean, maybe they can make over tricks, but or also who knows? They're also not having a great set, right? Like it turned out they're making a game swing on that board, but they just had the slam. But they're probably still unhappy about the slam they gave up when they finessed the spade. Like they may think that they're doing worse than they really are.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't love Finn's 2 diamond bid either, by the way.
Really? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, for getting, let's assume the precision diamond says nothing whatsoever. If your right hand opponent opened a natural major, one heart or 1 spade, would you be in such a hurry to bid 2 diamonds? The precision pair has a little more information in that context. I mean, yeah, obviously, if they have clubs, you probably blew them out of it, but I wouldn't make an overcall in most contexts with a hand like that. Imagine you had the same hand, but they opened a natural diamond on your right, and you had ace 9, ace 6 of clubs. Would you even consider bidding 2 clubs? I wouldn't.
I mean, I'm 6'4" with a spade suit. How else do we find spades if I'd never bid?
You double when it comes back to you, presumably.
Uh,
And on that hand, you could, yeah, I mean, this one, like, maybe, but I don't know. I think it's, you know, I think it's as risky as it looks, and it turns out he's doing just fine here. But
yeah, his partner turns up with like a pretty bad hand with a singleton diamond, and after some major
right,
defensive issues, he's coming out with an overtrick.
right, is
Um,
he really?
well, yeah, North for whatever reason dumped the king of spades under the ace.
Yeah, but still, is he really taking four more tricks from here?
Yeah, he's only losing two diamonds.
They can't promote anything.
I mean, okay,
And I guess
he might safety play for 180.
yeah,
We'll see. It kind of depends what happens next, because I have to imagine that if South continues a heart, it's very possible Declare like roughs the jack of spades with the jack of diamonds.
hmm
Um,
yeah. Because like ace another diamond would work out quite poorly if South had started with a five card suit.
I mean, he'll still make it, but it's like, I
Right.
guess.
He won't make it though, will he?
Well, he'll then lose three diamonds instead of two from here.
No. So suppose he
You mean
roughs a
South
heart.
started with a six card suit? South's already roughed once.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, yeah. I was saying if South started with, the all but one diamond
Right.
left. Now South could just draw trumps and claim, which would be really bad for you. Yeah, that would be pretty embarrassing. So yeah, I think you're right. He will off his spade with the jack, and here he's very happy to go plus in this contract.
Well, I mean, like it depends. It's 200 points for the over trick. Okay, now there's no problem. He just ducks this trick,
Mm.
and North wins, but there's no longer any trump promotion in the heart suit. So this is just going to be
Right.
380.
Yeah, so I missed the early defense. I was looking at the other board, but boy, really looks like something quite unfortunate happened.
Oh, we have a lot of swings down the stretch. This is what's good for the spectators, at the very least. Players might not be so happy. One of the difficult things, like if you have a set that's like fairly flat, and then there's one board that comes around where you're just like, okay, the opponent's misguessed something or they did something wrong, we've won a game swing or a slam swing, you know where you stand. But with a set like this, it's like you could be plus 50 or you could be minus 50, and you just don't know.
Right? Very true.
So South's gonna rough this, play back a heart, hopeful, and eventually Declare is gonna be plus 380.
Wow, so quite a huge result for East West here.
Yeah.
And was the hand? Could they have beaten it too? From the top?
No, no,
Probably
no, no.
not,
It's
right?
it's just cold from the top.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but
No, so sorry, South would only start with four diamonds. Yeah, so
yeah.
if South started with five diamonds, I was right. I was right.
Uh, it would have been a one trick difference
Yeah.
if South had five diamonds, which would have been making on the
No, no, but
nose. Yes.
yeah, but I was saying at the end there, if South had started with five diamonds, then Declare couldn't rough and place another diamond.
No, they still can. They still could. It would have just been a one
No,
trick difference, I think.
no, because then you play the ace, and West and South each have three diamonds, and you play another one, and South plays his three diamonds, and then his two hearts.
And then his two hearts, his three
Trust me
diamonds.
on this one. South would have had King Queen 10 fourth of diamonds left. Declare would have had Ace fourth of diamonds left. And if Declare played Ace in another, then you draw trumps and claim.
Ah, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Last New Zealand teams round of 16 saw multiple upsets, including a 61 to 4 stanza to win by 10. Ooh.
There's there's a very old Bridgeport article called "The Scream," where there's one of those where I think it was Granovetter. I forget which side of the match he was on, but Matt Granovetter learned the lesson that you should compare really quickly, no matter what the match score is. When he was ahead by like 68 M's going to the last quarter of a semifinal match with Pitbull or Vanderbilt, and heard the other team cheer in victory.
Yeah, you do want to be the first one to find out. So this is wild.
What is going on here? So I see notes I'm showing hearts.
Huh.
Clubs natural. East West, meanwhile, possibly bidding, thinking that they might be making, and they're awfully close.
Mm-hmm. They do have 5 losers. So North-South can collect a decent penalty against this if they want. Otherwise, they can bid on to one of their games. I suspect South is going to bid 5 clubs here.
Yeah, I think hearing about his partner's natural clubs and having this part help in, controls both the other suits, he's going to like his hand quite a bit. I mean, he might like his hand a little too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of preempting, so it's very likely that North has not been able to limit their hand to anything. For one no trump just showed 4 more hearts and was artificial game forcing, so North could have extras.
Yeah, and South, minimum in terms of one club opening values, but everything is working.
Mm-hmm. 4 no trump alerted as key card, but unclear. You never do this. I mean, like, okay, sometimes if, like, I'm at the table and someone asks me about a bid, I would say something like, it is undiscussed, right? But you never want to, like, cast doubt on your bid and then tell the opponents what you think it means. Like, you either have an agreement or you don't.
Take a look at the score.
Take a look at the score. Kolesnik has jumped back into the lead by 8 imps.
Yeah, they won 17 for the Trump coup.
Wow.
So with the other table, it went Jack of Clubs to the Ace. South returned a Spade. Declare took the finesse. Probably not really needing it because taking the finesse was probably a terrible play because they had the Queen of Clubs set up for diamond pitch, but I think they were probably dummy entries behind the Trump coup at that point anyway, not having gotten the Queen of Diamonds lead.
Well, they can still do it if they don't pull trumps yet. So, like, if Declare then tries to play 2 rounds of trumps and finds out about the bad split, then they're in trouble. But if they preserve that Ace of Hearts and dummy as a late entry, then they could potentially make it happen. But yeah, it feels to me like they need to unblock that King of Clubs under the Ace. That would give them an extra entry. 6 clubs?
Yeah, they played. Yeah, anyway, yep, so that was that. Yeah, they could have done it, but I think it was definitely harder after the club lead.
Mm-hmm.
So just take a look at the double dummy solver. So after Ace of Clubs, no unblock. Spade to the Jack and King, Heart to the King. Yeah, they no longer had any path to make it at that point.
Right. Yeah, at that point they're down.
So they could have made it. Oh, so yeah, they could have made it a leading, anything but the King of Clubs or King of Diamonds or Queen of Clubs. Huh. Anyway, enough on that hand.
Yep. 1 club by west, 1 diamond by east. one double by south. One no trump by west. Let's make it harder for them to get into the action. Pass. One heart by north. Okay. I guess it's fine. You don't have a 5-card suit. You're short in partners' other major spades. You're like kind of minimum in terms of values, so I'm...
Yeah, I think I would be very. I mean, the clubs are positioned correctly over west, so I think I would take the aggressive course.
Yep. Yeah, Brad likes one spade in the south. I also would prefer one spade. Just like opposite a one heart bid from partner. Partner could have nothing. You can't just jump to 2 spades because you have an 18 count here. The queen of clubs is probably useless.
You're already showing the 18 count when you bid one spade.
Right. So 2 spades, 3 clubs by north. Alerted.
As stopper showing.
Is this like a real agreement that people have? Like, I don't think I've ever discussed this auction with anyone.
Yeah, I think probably just the principle that when the opponents have bid 2 suits, when you Q bid one of them, it's stopper showing.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Queen of clubs is a detriment. See, this is where my buddy's system comes into play. The queen of clubs is -2 high card points. South is just a 14 count.
Right. It's a pretty good 14 count.
Yeah, it's a pretty good 14. 3 clubs, 3 diamonds.
Also showing a stopper and presumably wanting to steer the contract into north as declare, which makes sense.
I don't think south is on the same page as north. There's no alert on 3 diamonds.
I don't think that's alertable though, is it? Maybe it is.
No, but I mean, if north is gonna... You'd
Right,
open this 14 and no trump?
Yeah. I mean, they're self-alerting, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
if north is wrong about thinking it's an alert, he's going to alert it anyway.
Yep.
So, meanwhile, not sure why north isn't just jumping to bid 3 no trump. Maybe he thinks a 3 diamond is denying a stopper since south could have just bid 3 no trump if he had one.
I kind of understand that.
Yeah, it's probably
I mean, whatever's going on, South's expressing doubt about something.
right.
We can see that South's doubt is because he has this good 6-card spade suit that he doesn't know if his partner has a fit.
Right.
But North doesn't
He
know
wants to
that.
give Yeah, south wanted to give north room to show queen doubleton of spades or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, North does get to 3-0. And the match is still close. There are 5 boards left to play in this room, and then quick peek. There are 9 boards left in the other room. He'd already doubled and jumped to 2 spades. Does South have amnesia about the previous rounds of this auction? I think this is just like a junior thing. They're like, well, I have this big hand and I have values. Like, we gotta keep showing my values over and over again. But there's no reason why 2 spades needs to have a good 6-card suit, right? I think... Oh, are you suggesting that 3 clubs should... I'm not sure what you're suggesting instead of 3 diamonds.
2 spades guarantees 6.
Does it?
Yeah, because you would always just bid 1 spade without a 6-card suit, right? Like, you didn't have to jump.
I mean, he didn't have to jump on this hand.
Well, that's right, but, you really don't need to jump when you have 5.
Yeah. So what do you do with no club stopper, let's say? 5 spades, like you're 5-3-4-1 with like 23.
A south?
Yeah.
I double and bid a spade and see what partner does.
With 23?
Or a double and cubit.
Yeah.
Double and
Okay.
cubit
You
starts
you can
with
double
the-
but then you haven't even showed your spade suit yet. Your cube. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Have a good
Well,
lunch,
you can
Brad.
do one. You can do one or the other, right? You can start showing spades and then show strength later. You can start showing strength and show spades later.
Yeah.
That's
So where'd we end up? 3 now. Hmm.
Yeah, so they can do pretty well in this hand if they guess everything right, but I feel like there's a lot of pitfalls.
Are there? Do we not just get 4 spades, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, and a heart?
I mean, you've got entry problems to both hands, right?
No, you're just setting up south. You just cash the jack of
Yeah.
clubs now, pitch a diamond loser, and
Play
then
on
play
spades,
spade
yeah.
to the jack. We assume north has the king of hearts,
Yeah. That's what I mean, but yeah.
and you're in time. Even if they go after diamonds, you have
Mhm.
2 stoppers, and you can just need to knock out 1 more spade. So you're going to give up this
Yeah,
trick.
that's right.
You're going to lose either the 10 of clubs or a diamond trick. You pitch a diamond here, and then you're going to lose a heart eventually.
Yeah, you're right.
This looks like a pretty strong line of play. So Declare did pretty well. Oh my god, we're back. The lead has changed once again. It is 5 imps now in favor of Xiao.
Yeah, so there was the hand where they didn't bid a slam when Zach had the Queen Jack 10 fifth of clubs, and Finn probably should have taken it into the end.
Yep.
That was indeed a slam swing.
Yeah.
So they started similarly, but after West bid 3 spades, East jumped to 5 diamonds, exclusion, and West response to that was 5 diamonds, so they were not missing a slam now.
Yeah.
Or 5 no trump, rather.
Yeah. Classic junior auction. I mean, I like the way Zach bid the hand. He was giving partner every opportunity because he had like 1 key card. So,
Yeah.
no, 2 key cards. He had the heart ace as well.
The king of spades, that's right.
No.
And I think at the end, it's on the guy with 3 aces that he hasn't shown to take the final push.
Right. Okay, 4 boards to play. Small lead to Xiao, but this match got really exciting this segment. Lots of imps still being flung all over the place. 60 boards, almost 300 imps exchanged, or over
Yeah.
300 imps.
And keep in mind, one of the boards, no comparison, is the 380 at this table.
Right. Yeah, so we might see another lead change. We've had what, like 4 or 5 lead changes this. Well, it can't be an
Basically,
even number. No,
every
no,
board is a lead
it
change.
has to be an even number.
Yes, it has to be an even number.
Yeah. A diamond, 2 hearts. 5 or more spades, 4 or more hearts, less than invitational. I think this is a pretty common precision treatment.
Yeah. Yeah, so this will work out quite well when West is likely frozen out here, given the vulnerability and that they only have 5 clubs and North could just pass. So East West are going to miss their 10 card club fit.
Yeah, is it really so bad though? I mean, East West don't make much.
Alright, so West actually has doubled despite not really having too many places to land.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I mean, it does kind of feel like maybe the opponents are trying to steal from you. Your partner could have a diamond suit over there. No, I guess they can't.
Still,
They play natural 2 diamonds over 1 diamond.
Well, but he could still have like 4 or 5 diamonds and just a suit, or 5 diamonds in a hand that didn't want to overcall that way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, here, north-south, even if and when they do lose 2 trumps by finessing to the 9, are going to make 2 hearts, and East-West going to make 4 clubs, that's 6 or 7 imps.
East-West are going to make 4 clubs. That feels like a lot of clubs.
Sorry, I didn't see the club loser. Yeah, they're going to lose 2 spades, a heart, a club, and 2 diamonds, right? So, never mind.
So how many losers is that? Hold on, I wasn't counting, but it felt like a lot.
They're going to make 1. They're gonna make one club.
They're gonna make one club. Are they also gonna make one no trump?
I'm not sure they can do quite that well.
Okay.
Well, South is going to lead a heart, right? And with the clubs not splitting and Spade is offside, they're going to do really poorly.
You think the implication is North's pass of the double shows hearts? It probably should, right?
Yes, I think it shows a willingness to play there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're going to be down 3, right? No. How many tricks in fencing? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they're going to be on 3.
Yeah, so
They got a hard lead, win the second round, play on clubs. Eventually, North will shift to a diamond, and they won't have. If North shift to a spade, it'll save them a trick.
Mm-hmm. South does find a heart lead. Second best from a bad holding, I suppose. And I mean, Declare is going to run this round to the queen, but it's not going to work out for him. And then he'll get the bad news in the clubs.
Yeah, the hearts are blocked, so if he plays a spade first, he'll save a trick. Maybe not, because South is diamond entries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think in real life, he's just going to play 3 rounds of clubs and...
Okay, we have another lead change. This is our 5th lead change of the set. Kolesnik is now up by 1 imp over Xiao. I do not know how many comparisons we have left. Whoa. Jack of Spades switch seems crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think it turns out to be fine, but... Declare just has no tricks without the clubs coming in.
Right.
Or even with the clubs. Even the clubs do come in, so... North could have done anything, but yeah, it does seem... I mean, keep in mind, South is only guaranteed 4 hearts.
Yeah, and we know East has the heart queen.
Right, and South has guaranteed 5 spades,
yep.
So... so in that context, I understand it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is still going to be down 2, I believe.
Yep. Okay, Jack of Spades, Queen. South thinking.
Yeah, I'm not even sure it matters.
Spade to the ace. Queen of diamonds switch. Does feel like about down 2. So East West have kind of escaped. They were in huge trouble.
I think the only way to get it anymore was to continue hearts and then shift to a diamond when you're in with the Queen of Spades, Queen of Clubs rather.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, then Declare would only have 4 clubs and 2 aces before all the defensive winners are set up.
Yeah. South thinking. I mean, Zach probably just claims. I guess he needs to make sure that North isn't running the diamond suit or something first, but...
Yeah, he doesn't quite know. I mean, I guess he can claim, if you were at the table, you would just claim contingent, right? But
yeah.
Maybe not. I guess the diamonds could be blocked in some silly way.
Yeah, but still, it's not like you have extra tricks somewhere that are going to materialize.
Right.
But it is important. It's like the finals of this match. It's a close match. You may as well play for every possibility. Now we'll see a claim. 7 tricks, down 2.
Yeah.
And with North-South, I think only making... I mean, they do make a game in a major suit if they guess everything.
It's normal to misguess the hearts there, though.
Right.
So this one looks like East-West can make a game in hearts, right?
Yeah, the trumps are breaking. And Declare can just set up the club suit. I mean, even if the defense finds like 3 rounds of spades tapping the dummy, still just pull 2 rounds of trumps and work on clubs is good enough.
I think North South can make a game in spades if they pick up the diamond suit
Oh,
or the spade suit.
if they pick up diamonds or spades, interesting. Although they're gonna have to ruff a heart, so there's no way to pick up the spades.
Uh, yeah, I guess could you have a trump coup there by roughing a couple of clubs, through West? No. But if you pick up the diamonds, you will make it.
Yeah. Well, there's no way North South are picking up either suit on this auction. Or sorry, they might pick up spades, but they're never going to pick up diamonds.
I think you're quite wrong. I think once they know about the spade break, they will pick up the diamonds.
You think they will pick up diamonds? Okay.
They'll know East shape, right? They'll know East is 1-4. I mean, well, I guess not. I mean, East could be 1-5-5-2.
Yeah, East could be 5-5. East could be 6-4.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe Declare gets this right.
The fit jump at least gives them a chance.
Yep.
So we'll see
King
if they
clubs
take
lead.
it.
Hop up with the ace. Play a heart.
A few more for Kolesnik after a 380 at the other table. They had a much more sedate 90 and 2 diamonds. One doubled making on the nose instead of 2 diamonds, doubled making with an overtrick.
Right. Yeah, so Kolesnik has picked up some much needed imps. And I don't remember if there are any massive adverse swings against them. I mean, the previous board, 3-no trump down 2, could be a bit of a swing, but probably not a full 8 imps.
And the board they're playing now at the other table is the one where they bid 6 clubs off 2 aces, so this is likely to be another 10-ish imps Kolesnik's way coming in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so all of a sudden, a match that was pretty one-sided, one direction, midway through the second quarter is now going to be somewhat one-sided the other way with 5 boards to play.
Yeah. Okay, good defense by Zach here to overtake that jack of clubs with the queen to take his partner off just a very, very uncomfortable guess of what to lead next. Mm-hmm. And then he continues a heart. So let's see if Declare has it in them to run the jack of diamonds on the first round of this diamond suit.
And if Zach, it's not that hard to find the duck from Queen 10 third, but,
There is beer potential.
There is absolutely beer potential.
Wait, is there though? Because... Yeah. Yes. Yes, there is beer potential. Zach could deny the beer. This could be a really important point. If he covers the jack of diamonds with the queen, it does deny the beer.
He's certainly thinking about it.
Yeah, Declare does just need to kind of decide what sort of shapes East is going to pass with and then make this fit showing jump of 4 clubs. He knows about the 5-2 club split now, so that is useful information.
Zach did find the in-tempo duck. Nice play there.
Yep.
Not that hard looking at the ace king 8 5th and dummy, but still nice work doing in tempo.
Right. Declare might get this right based on the fact, and he does, based on the fact that if East really had 5 hearts, maybe he wouldn't have sold out to 4 spades so quickly. So,
yeah, that's also a very good point. Yeah, so unfortunately, Declare did make one Slight error.
A monumental error, in fact, of
Monumental error.
not
Not unblocking
unblocking the
eight of
diamond
diamonds
eight.
under the jack. Under the jack, yes.
Yeah. Well, the real problem was when he pulled the third round of trumps, he pitched a diamond. If he had pitched the club, then he would have been able to preserve that small diamond in the dummy and the eight.
I think he wanted to keep both clubs because he might have needed them as entries to rough things back to his hand.
But he only needs one entry.
Still, pitching a diamond was fine. He just needed to remember to unblock.
No, but he can't unblock the 8 on the jack of diamonds because diamonds could be 4-0.
Oh, right, of course.
Yeah, so he just needed to pitch a club on the third spade or not pull the third round of trumps before doing this.
Right.
Very, very poor play by the junior. Hopefully he's not representing the U.S. I want him off the team if he's not going to beer these hands. Pass by
should
south.
be a minimum number of beers per match to stay on the junior team.
Right. A diamond by west, pass by north, a heart by east, a spade by south, 2 clubs by west. How many spades do we jam with north?
I mean, if I could bid, even with south as a past hand, I think if I could bid my 4-card limit raise, I would do it. You still want to just bid your hand honestly.
Mm-hmm.
The partner knows what's going on.
Yeah.
I think if I couldn't do that, I would want to make some bid stronger than what sounds like a preemptive 3 spades.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe 2 diamonds should be 3 cards and 3 clubs should be 4 cards, just since it's to the appropriate level.
Seems like, it seems kind of like north-south have missed an opportunity. 4 spades.
4 spades is tough, right? Because you got to guess the hearts and the clubs, and you still got a bunch of losers to deal with.
Yeah. But with trumps coming in 2-2, you can make it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's some work to do. They start diamond tapping you, and you don't have a ton of entries to dummy. They're threatening the entries to your hand. You got to guess everything right. I mean, yes, I think one could bring it in, but pretty tricky spot.
Yeah.
And 4 diamonds does not look that tricky to me. You're just gonna, go down what? 1?
Probably down
really
1.
quickly.
There's nothing you can really do about this heart loser.
Yeah. So another 13 imps to the Kolesnik team for not bidding a slam off 2 aces.
Ooh, okay. They've opened up an enormous lead. This means Xiao really needs to make a comeback. Yep. It's like Kolesnik is going to come out and be like, we had him just where we wanted him.
Yeah, so the Xiao team has one good board in the hand where Zach bid 3-0 Trump and went down 2 with basically no play.
Yeah, but it's still only 200. I mean, that could even be a swing if East-West got involved and got doubled in a club partial.
Yeah, possibly. And the previous board also, if they don't play fit chums, it's going to be much harder to pick off the diamond suit.
Mm-hmm.
That could very easily be 13 imps to north-south.
That could be a swing, for sure. So the match is definitely not over yet.
She's an extremely stupid cat. I need to get out of this room. My luggage, which I'm sure is very comfortable and warm, but I do not want a cat taking my residence in there.
Well, North-South have made this interesting by ducking a bunch of tricks that felt completely unnecessary, but South can still exit a heart here. The 6 of hearts exit felt like it was also unnecessary.
Oh. At this point, there's not much the defense can do to screw it up.
Yeah. Four diamonds down one, and onto the last board of the set, and then we will hop over to the other table where they have. They're probably about 10 boards back, but we'll be catching up soon.
Yeah, I think not quite that bad. They're 3 boards behind.
Mm-hmm.
The 1 board to play here, 5 to play in the other room.
Yeah. So we'll see Precision Club by North, I have to imagine. And South is going to make some sort of positive noise.
Yeah, let's see what their their diamond positive is.
Yeah.
Or they have. Was this the relay pair, or was that a different pair?
I think these pairs are playing the same system, so I think they're also playing this relay thing. We saw one board earlier where they were making relays over the opponent's like takeout doubles.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
1 heart shows 4 more spades.
Oh. Whether North relays or breaks it with a stiff spade.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 4 more spades, game forcing, 2 more controls.
This board could be very interesting. If North-South discover a diamond fit, depending on where they think the state of the match is, they might just try the slam. Or
which it
grand.
Looks like they can make.
Yeah.
And they can make this.
The slam can make, and probably will? I don't know. It's hard to say. Because as declared, it's like, it might make sense to take a spade hook.
I'm not sure. So they lead a heart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is, their best lead. So wouldn't you just play a couple of diamonds? If they split, you're totally home. And then just, ace, king, ruff a club. Once they split, just, now you just claim 2, right?
Right, but if clubs are 4-2, don't you need an extra spade trick?
Oh, and you're in the wrong hand when the time comes when you find out about it?
Yeah, So it kind of feels like, well, I don't know. 6 diamonds looks like a decent spot north-south. If they don't find a heart lead, you have pretty good chances. If diamonds break, you have pretty good chances. But there are ways to go down. This could, depending on what the score is like coming into the last board, this could easily be one that decides the match. So if Xiao feels like they are behind, we get 1 no trump, shortness and spades. 2 clubs is now a relay.
Yeah, and if diamonds are 2-2, the slam is more or less totally called. Now you need clubs 4-2 or the spade finesse.
No, clubs 4-2 is still not good enough if diamonds. Oh no, it is if you're only in 6, and the diamonds break.
Yeah.
Then you don't have a diamond loser. You're right. So I mean, it's a good diamond slam. We would want to get there, and this pair may have the tools to do it. It's gonna be pretty hard to do it unless you reverse the north hand, playing standard. Which, I mean, I guess, like, what else can you do? You're not allowed to open it a no trump.
Right. And by the way, like, maybe this is an argument that you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you reverse south bids 3 diamonds, north, despite being minimum values at the time of making the reverse, is now going to be very excited about things.
Mm-hmm. Is this ACBL land? It very much is.
I mean, it's USBF land, but yes, it's ACBL system rules are in effect. I think you can play multi, but you can also do that in spin gold matches. So whatever is legal in the spin gold is legal here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but technically the USBF is the U.S. National Association for World Championship purposes, and the ACBL includes Canada and Mexico.
Right. Yep. That's why we have some NABCs in Toronto.
It's also why I have to pay 2 sets of dues if you want to play in these events. Yeah, well, I was
Exactly.
pretty excited for the Montreal World Championships that were supposed to be in 2020, and it looks like if they're putting them back on the calendar, it's not anytime soon.
Mm.
Upcoming NABC. So this year it's going to be New Orleans, Chicago, and Atlanta. There will be Toronto in 2024, along with Louisville and Las Vegas. Ugh. And then Memphis, another terrible venue. Philadelphia, which is a great tournament venue, in San Francisco, which I don't really care for, but by most people's standards, is a pretty good tournament site.
Mm.
Philadelphia is one of the best places for an NABC.
Yeah, it's an all right city. Okay, let's.
And it's
South is still relaying. South wants more info.
yeah, honestly, like I could go plan the next few nationals, and this auction wouldn't be done.
Like
Yeah, so
Vegas, I mean Vegas is not Reno, okay? Reno is the worst city on the entire planet.
I agree with that. I just really so Vegas, at least it's fall. The summer nationals, it's so miserable there. And the problem with Vegas is it's the city where like theoretically there's stuff to do and you just can't do any of it.
Yeah, yeah. But the city's fine. It is incredibly hot in the summer.
Yeah, the summer is
Yeah.
miserable. You can't leave the hotel. Like there, I've been in Vegas when I needed to go from one casino to the casino next door in the summer and took a taxi.
Yeah. Um,
I mean, those walks can be a mile. Like those properties are so spread out.
hmm.
But yeah, I got a taxi. I was like, told me where we're going. He's gonna. He was like, you know what's right now? I'm like, just drive, buddy.
You hated the Reno Nationals this spring. Yes. I have
Yeah.
hated every Reno Nationals I ever went to. I think I went
Um,
once for North American pairs, like way back when I was in high school, and then I went once where I caught like the mega flu because Gannon and I were sharing drinks, and Gannon was sick.
oh God, alcohol did not kill all the germs, I guess.
No, no, that was the time where Gannon had to sub for me on our team. You remember you had to play with him, right?
Yeah, I do remember this vaguely. Uh, yeah, I mean Reno. A lot of people got COVID in Reno.
Oh no, this was like previous Reno. This was like
Oh, no, 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 no.
2015 or whatever.
No, Eric is just saying in chat that he got COVID, and indeed many people did.
Oh, you got COVID in Reno, yes, and I still have no idea who this infamous CPD is.
Nor do I.
All I know is that he is apparently banned from all Discord servers. Seven or more controls. South still in the tank. Whereas it's for the best. That makes sense. So Zach called the director earlier because South was very slow on a hand, but this is totally a fair, like, let them think moment. And it looks like the other table either has not picked up the pace or they're also pushing a bunch of boards.
No, they have not picked up the pace. There's still no comparison for board 56. So it'll be interesting to see, given that it's the last quarter, whether the directors enforce the rules and start pulling boards because they are not going to get through four boards in the next 14 minutes.
Well, some juniors might, but maybe not these juniors.
Yeah, well, not the juniors that took 100 minutes to play the first 10.
Four diamonds, queen ask.
So presumably trumps were set somewhere along the way, despite the lack of alert.
I don't think so.
I can't
I
imagine.
think this is actually asking for actual queens.
It's Blackwood for queens.
Yeah, well, North showed seven or more controls.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well,
Uh-oh. We have some
I mean,
problems. Although
North
this
shape is
this
weird.
might be the actual correct bid from South's perspective. This might just show zero queens.
Well, so North's shape is known, so I don't think there's any chance they're going to get to an unplayable Trump suit.
Yeah, that's
They might
correct.
miss.
That's correct. Unless North pulls something, because if North thinks this four diamonds was a slam try and hearts,
You know, South still thinks he's relaying, so
yep, this might pass out. Oh my god, this might pass out.
I think he might.
I'm
I
scared
think
for
North
North
is,
South here. Hold me.
or North is going to be here for a while. I think.
Whew. There's a lot of memory work in these relay systems, and you do want to make sure
Yeah.
that you know what's going on. I think that's one of the biggest downsides for me about the relay system is like if you're ever going to cost yourself a board or multiple boards or like 10 or 12 imps somewhere because you forget what's going on, it's
Right.
not worth playing.
Absolutely. The edge you get on the boards where your relaying is fairly small because like standard overall is pretty good. So if you just occasionally lose a giant pile of imps
Yeah.
on a hand like this, it's like we were constructing a standard auction that's like it's not great and you got to reverse, which is always an awkward early start to the auction, but it's fine.
Yeah, maybe North can start putting the pieces together because if this to him looks like it might be a key card for hearts, he's basically already showed key cards.
I think he has to be worried though that South showed four or more spades, unlimited length, and then just asked questions like, couldn't South still have a seven-card spade fit here?
Right.
Seven
No,
card spade
that's
fit?
that's that's exactly what I would be afraid of. But if in North's mind he is already, if it sounds to North like he has been forced into a heart contract, then four spades might sound to him like it could be a cubit or key card for hearts or something. Um,
So 4 no was alerted as reject again, and I think South doesn't realize that anything was rejected previously.
oh, for sure. Well, we're about to find out what's going on. I,
I was probably just gonna go five clubs relay.
I no. I think South at some point does need to place the contract, and it feels like now is probably about the right time. I don't know what South thinks for Hearts and for No Trump show, but this is one of these spots where, like, if you're more experienced, you wonder what North is describing to South. Yes, I have no idea. But South thinks they asked for queens and four hearts showed something, and then four spades was probably some more descriptive something or other.
Yeah, so North has shown his exact shape and his exact number of controls, and the last two bids, four hearts and four no trump, he just described them as reject. So South, at least, if he knows the system, knows all the no, he knows North's entire hand. He just may not know that he knows it.
Yeah. I would say a big part of being more experienced at bridge is sometimes you get to these spots and you're just like, we can avoid a disaster if I just like place the final contract here. Maybe if everyone's on the same page, then we can be a bit more descriptive. But especially if you're in a new partnership, and I expect most of the juniors are probably in fairly new partnerships. Maybe they've played for like a year or two or 3 or 4 years before, but they probably don't have super solid agreements about everything. You can just be safe in these spots, make a very good practical choice, and so I like the 6 diamond bid by South.
Yeah, the best theoretical bid, if it sometimes generates a completely ludicrous result, is not the best actual bid.
Yeah. Passed by North, and so who is playing it?
All right.
South is declaring.
So we know this can make, and I think it will, but let's see what happens.
We're probably going to get a club lead, right?
I think so. Yeah. And particularly, like from West's point of view, he can guess that like something went wrong somewhere because he's seeing all the explanations. Also,
Yeah.
no, he does lead a heart.
Okay, he does find the heart lead, which is going to put Declare to a bigger test. It can make sense, you know, if he's just like, okay, we gotta get tricks in quickly. I have this king of spades. I have no idea what South's hand looks like. Maybe they can rough out and set up a spade suit. Let's make sure we get our heart trick in. So
And
this
also
aggressively
remember, like
makes sense.
Finn can also guess most of South's shape, right? Like South has shown at least four spades. He's shown enough diamonds to want to play a diamond slam, so he knows that he's leading through dummy's short suit and not into much length on his right.
Yeah, that also makes sense. So, okay, we do get the heart lead. I mean, I would have loved to lead a trump, right? Like that would be my first choice. If someone told me this was the auction, I'd be like trump lead, easy. But
Yeah.
we can't do that from Queen Jack third, so you just got to pick something else.
Yeah, I think a heart is sort of a pretty good combination of being aggressive if you hit something in partner and like most of the time fairly low risk just by looking kind of scary with King 10 9 8.
Yeah. So now Declare is put to the test. I mean, it does kind of look to me like diamond to the king, diamond to the ace, spade hook might be a sensible line.
Yeah,
Like, this is going to work. If Declare just goes
this is going to
LOL,
work,
cash
right?
all my aces and kings and hope something good happens, then it does happen to work this way.
Yeah. So it's interesting because like sort of the luck of the relay system made South declare. If North had been declare, then there I think is a pretty good case for leading the King of Clubs a trick too, because you're almost certainly going to get an honest count.
hmm
Here, the
Maybe.
Ace King Jack is exposed.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, right? Like, on a heart lead, it goes to the ace, you lead the king of clubs. The opponents aren't going to be like, oh, he's off the ace of clubs and a cashing heart
That's
trick.
true.
Um,
No, no, you're right.
but, but yeah, point taken.
So some of the time when the club suit is concealed, you can get that piece of information um, early on.
Yep.
Yeah. So here. You think you may play club to the ace spade finesse because then, I mean, aren't you still? I guess you just need the extra trick if clubs are 4-2, but you're gonna have a hard time doing everything right because if clubs are 4-2, you don't have the entries. You can't cash the fifth one anyway.
Why not? You
What do you do now? So you take a spade finesse now?
well, I'm just saying, like, there are multiple options. That seems like a sensible one.
Oh,
Like, you can take the spade
um,
hook, and then you go club to the ace, club rough. And if West
okay.
shows out and can't rough it to cash a heart, you rough a spade, rough a club, rough a spade, cash the club.
Oh, I see.
Um,
Pitching the heart as they rough in with.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then your queen of spades is winner.
right.
Um,
Good points.
but clubs are 3-3, so let's hop over to the other table. It is now 15 imps.
Those are 3-3 with a spade offside, so
Yep.
works out quite well to play this way.
Okay, 3 boards to go in the other room, and we are in 4 spades. The other table did make 4 spades. Here, over a diamond, 2 hearts, 2 spades, Cynthia elected to not make the fit showing bid of 4 clubs and just raised 4 hearts. This might
Yes.
this might work out.
Actually, I'm going to send this as a declare play problem to the gang and see what they do.
Sure. Yeah, I haven't spent a lot of time analyzing. I'm just, it feels like the spade hook might be better than playing for 3-3 clubs, but there are definitely issues with every line of play. Right, 4-2 clubs with the Queen Doubleton also work. So it's not like I'm just playing for 3-3. They're of course
Right.
alternatives, and it's not like I always make if clubs are 4-2 with the spade hook on, because West might rough in on the third round of clubs. But there's nothing we can do if West roughs in on the third round of clubs. So. It's all very close. If the spade hook loses, you go down an extra trick. That has, some consequences as well in a close match.
Yeah, obviously in a slam, you just really don't care about that.
Yeah.
All right, so
But we will find out.
so this one, I think they're gonna lose a. I mean, I think East West are going to win a game swing here.
There is a kind of pitfall that needs to happen. So Amber's thinking, and I think she's well aware of the issue right now, is that if she wins the King of Hearts and wins the Jack of Clubs, what does she do next? She can't switch to spades. She can't switch to diamonds without blowing up the diamond position. And, playing another heart feels unnatural. So Zach in the other room made the great play of the Queen of Clubs on this trick to take partner off of this unfortunate end play. Cynthia does leave Amber on lead, and she needs to find a heart continuation. Now, maybe she can work out from the auction that the Ace of Hearts is probably safe here.
I don't know. I mean, isn't she going to be worried that that it's a rough sluff? Maybe not a useful rough sluff, but
Yeah, possibly. Possibly. I mean, her partner could have dumped the queen from Queen Jack to.
I think she should also know that when it's a rough sluff, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I guess it could matter if Declare had another club, though, right? If Declare's Queen of Hearts were a club, a rough sluff would be really bad.
Yep. Although then
She
maybe
does get a-
East overtakes to cash a club or something, but yes. So she does work out the Ace of
Well,
Hearts
and also-
play, and now Declare is in a bit of trouble.
West also correctly trusted her partner's count signal at trick one. Or, count lead, I guess, at trick one.
No, King of Clubs was led.
Okay, sorry, so trusted her count signal when she cashed the heart.
Yeah, that's also a good point. You should probably be getting a count signal from East in the heart suit when the heart was led, so it should be safe to play this Ace of Hearts. And this is good defense. I vastly prefer what Zach did at the other table, just taking partner off of this difficult guess. But it kind of goes both ways. When East hops up with a club queen to play a second heart through, I talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
Sometimes, the reason the defenders are doing the right thing against you and making your life hard is because they have all of the cards.
Right.
So Queen of Spades, Spade, to the Ace. And this is kind of like a good thing to be aware of. You see how Amber just doesn't cover the 9 of Spades. There's no reason to risk some sort of weird Trump promotion, Trump coup possibility. You cover the 9 with the 10, and it goes Ace, and then Declare starts cashing stuff and roughs a club in the north hand, and eventually Trump coups you. I don't think there's any risk here. She probably could have been 100% safe because she's short in diamonds. But
yeah, I mean, she knows Kevin has all the remaining spades because he bid 2 spades showing 5, and it's 100% that he's going. So yep. So Cynthia does cover. Kevin's gonna have to still guess on the next round. But yeah, here Amber knew whatever card she played that Kevin was gonna play the king, which is a pretty strong argument for playing the 5.
Yeah. Now Kevin's gonna get this right at this point. Now that he's figured out clubs are 5-2, he I think has a full count on East's hand from the auction.
I mean, after the second pause here,
Yes.
if he's had taken more than 1 second, he would have gotten it right.
Yeah. He just
All right, so
claims, doesn't even wait for the play. I guess he says that he's taking a finesse. So well done by Kevin Rosenberg to maintain the 15
and then
imp
also
lead. Two boards to go.
they might physically be in the same room. So after she paused for a few seconds, I'm sure he said I'm finessing, and she said okay.
Right. Yeah, that's probably what happened. So pass by south, a diamond by west, pass by north, a heart by east. And we'll see if Ben elects to come in with a spade. They did at the other table. Ben also agrees. One spade.
Yeah, as would you, I hope.
Mm-hmm. Two clubs by west. I think some people might not like this. They're just like, oh, they bid my heart suit. Like, my hand's so much worse, but you're still 5-5. And it's not like East has to have real hearts. East could have 4 small. Your partner has Queen Doubleton. So.
Right, and your partner also, he's going to be relatively short in hearts. There's only 4 at most to go around, which means he's often going to have some spades to go with you.
Mm-hmm. So first question, did North-South find their way to 4 spades here?
If they do, will they bring it home? My guess would be that if they get there, they will not make it, but who knows? I think it's pretty natural to misguess the hearts for a bunch of reasons. The opening bid. It's just easier on the play if the heart to the 10 loses to the ace.
Mm-hmm.
You get a heart to the king and it wins. I don't think you're in nearly as good shape as if you play a heart to the 10 and and the finesse turns out to be finesse turned out to be onside.
And what happens when you get the Queen of Hearts lead?
You thank the opponents and wish them luck in the B semifinal.
Yeah. Okay, 3 hearts mixed raise. Probably still not enough to get South to push for a game. But this could freeze East-West out. Now, I will say a vulnerable slam swing is 17 imps, right? That's the number to watch out for.
Yeah, I think a tie is very much in the picture.
It's going to be hard. North-South are making a part score here, and it feels like that's going to win them 3. Kolesnik might be up by 18.
Oh, right. I mean, also, I would guess to let him play the last board, but
well, I guess let's see, because East might well have something more to say about this auction. East has a doubleton spade. They have a 10 count. Their partner open. They have a diamond fit. So I would probably pass 3 hearts right now.
11 count, but who's counting?
11? 9. Don't forget, the jack in the opponent's suit is worth -1.
Right.
So I would probably pass 3 hearts and then plan on balancing 4 diamonds or something. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So what does East know about West's likely diamond length?
At least 4.
At least 4, because at worst they're going to be actually at least 5, right? Because they have 2 spades and at most 2 hearts. They need to make a support double.
Right. I suppose West, it depends on their agreements. If they're 2-2, 4-5, maybe they open a diamond. But yeah.
Yeah, I think most people have realized how terrible that is.
Yeah. So okay. I mean, maybe as East you then act immediately. Maybe you just bid 4 diamonds here.
Yeah, the only reason you wouldn't is if it's a little bit too encouraging.
Right. That would be my concern. I'm just looking at this like flat, 6 count or whatever it is with a doubleton in the opponent's suit and not great diamond honors. Like the jack of diamonds is probably a worthless card.
Yeah.
Probably
your partner
pass.
has exactly 5 diamonds.
Yeah.
Probably West has exactly 5 diamonds because they would have been 2 diamonds on a lot of 6 card suits.
Right. So we should see something. I mean, you talk about how Kevin's real slow. I mean, this East is.
Yeah, you sure you want to play with this guy in a speedball playing a ridiculous unknown system?
Well, I'm not playing with Kevin. I'm playing with Ben. Maybe.
Oh, sorry, East is the one taking time.
Yeah, East is taking a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, so, well, it looks like they added a couple of minutes to the clock, because didn't it say two and change just a minute or two
It
ago?
did. I think.
I think so too. I mean, possibly, we're both hallucinating, but I don't think so.
So like, okay, here's I've figured it out. Don't Are you ready for this? I've figured out how we get to the tie. East bids 4 diamonds here. It goes four
That's
spades by
complex.
South, 5 diamonds, all pass. Down 2.
Okay.
Okay?
Why can't they just double four diamonds for down one?
Yeah, but that's less okay, that's probably
Sure.
sensible. But anyway, like we get plus 100 for North South, who pick up
Okay.
2 imps, and then they bid to 6 diamonds on the next hand and go down by taking the spade hook. No, they would go down 2. Wait, what's the imp score for that? If they're in 6 diamonds down 2 instead of 6 diamonds down 1,
That'd
1570
be
versus
amazing.
1470.
Yeah, I mean, while you're gonna spend the next 20 minutes trying to imp all these, tail possibilities, they're just gonna pull the board because they're so late.
It does feel like the board must have been pulled. There's been such a long think. I'm gonna,
Oh, you think it's possible that they pulled this board? Yeah.
yeah, oh man.
You think it's possible they suspended play right now?
So Brad says 1570 is a margin. Well, what other explanation is there for things to just be paused? Okay, I'm gonna quickly click away to see if, I can't tell.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, I, there should be some procedure for, if you get a good result on a board that the other table is too slow to play, you should get some, like Kevin Rosenberg shouldn't get to, dodge a 17 imp swing, you know, by playing too slowly to get to the board.
Right.
Like, they should get, you know, some number of imps, and North South should get some number of penalty imps.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I mean, no one wants the directors to decide who won a match, but sometimes you just have to.
I hate to say it, but is anyone there? Is anyone in the chat actually there? I mean, I guess if you're in the chat and you're there, you're probably already celebrating or something. Um, but do we have
I would love to
a
know what's going on here.
update?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
actually,
we were just like massively in the tank about this 4 diamond bid.
what? I mean, that was at least 5 minute tank because I think there was a couple of minutes ticking down on the clock, and then when you and I both noticed the clock was reset, it was like 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
How is that a 5 minute bid? Give me a break.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure
I think
about
it is.
that.
It's possible. It's possible the directors were in the room, like, explaining what happened with the table of time trouble, and they put 3 minutes on the clock to reflect their presence.
Yeah, it's girls. Get them out of the R event. Go play in the Rona Cup if you're gonna tank like this. 4
No,
diamonds,
I don't think it
passed by
was.
South.
I think the combination of the delay and adding time back to the clock meant that the director was at the table,
Mm-hmm.
and the director put time back for the amount of time that he had taken.
Okay, that could be
Maybe
the
not, but
case.
yeah. But it seems like, if a few minutes mysteriously reappeared in the match, probably it's because, they were taken away in some officiating way.
Yeah, and
All
now
right,
West
meanwhile,
is thinking. I mean, you can't do anything as West here. You just pass.
I don't know. I mean, 4 diamond shows a pretty good hand, right?
Okay, but 4 diamonds after 5 minutes. Yeah, it depends on how long the thought was.
Right, which we don't know.
Yeah.
Um, and 4 diamonds, like, I don't know, I mean, it's not like it's forcing, but, it does show some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so they do pass.
Four diamonds all pass. We get ace
Kevin's
of
suddenly the
spades
fastest player
lead.
at the table. No.
This is
Door
going
thanks
to
to
quickly
passing.
sail
Kevin's the
off
fastest player at
one.
the table.
I hope it's going to quickly sail off one.
I mean, we might be here for half an hour on the next board if Kevin's declaring it.
Right. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I would like to see how he plays that hand if he's given the opportunity.
Ace of spades, queen of spades, probably a heart shift.
Yeah, so 10 of spades. Not clear whether it's upside down count or attitude. Probably counts.
Mm-hmm. Heart to the king. Probably a heart return. Not sure. There it is. And eventually Declare is going to lose a club.
And meanwhile, now the round clock has been halted, so who knows what that means?
Yeah, 20 seconds. Just to let them play the last board. It could be.
Possibly.
It could be like a technical
Or it could
thing.
Yeah, or it's possible that they it would be weird and sad to pull the last board of the match. You know, if it were the last board of the third quarter, it would be very different.
Oh, this is a mistake.
this
Now
is-
four diamonds is going down two.
Because they can give him a rough left now.
Yeah. I don't think that was miscounting. I think Declare just was trying to set up some sort of end play, but they can do that by just cashing the jack of diamonds first and then going ace of hearts, heart rough. So that seems like a pretty big blunder. It's going to cost 2 imps. Oh, we have it. We have it. We're at 176 to 159, 17 imps. If 6 diamonds is bid at this table, then if Kevin goes down
hilarious.
1, he will end up tying the match. If Kevin goes down 2, they lose by 1 imp. Wait, what?
How about if Kevin goes down? How about if Kevin goes down 1 for 17 and then they fine him 3 imps for being so slow?
Wait a second. Oh, uh-oh.
That doesn't seem possible, does it?
I mean, Declare played South for King Doubleton, but just like,
Yeah, I think
yeah. So she,
lost-
I don't know, maybe she felt rushed on the board because of all of the slow play, and she was just like playing way too quickly. She was trying to set up this. She already had in her head that because of the 1 spade overcall, South had the club king, and then just elected to try and set up this end play, not realizing that she could do it by pulling the last trump. Whoops.
Here's what happened. Did she lose 3? How many club tricks did she lose?
She lost 2 clubs, and she lost a heart.
2 clubs, a diamond,
rough.
2 spades, and a heart.
Yeah. A club, check, a spade. So North is going to have to make this this 2 diamond reverse. There it is. We'll see 3 diamonds should be positive and like game forcing by South.
I see. Oh, I see. So she tried to duck to South King of clubs and, in fact, just lost an extra one. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we have it on good authority that 1570 is 18 imps. So if Kevin does end up in 6 diamonds and he elects to take the spade hook and goes after a heart lead, he will be down 2, and this would be a tie match. That's not what you said. You said that it's a margin, but I'm pretty sure 1470 is 17. 1570 is 17. No. I have had so many red slam swings in my time. I'm sure about the 17 red slam swing. It's not 17?
Yep. 1470 is 16, 1570 is 17.
What? Well, that's some bullshit. Have I been just like...
1740 is
Have I just been scoring up extra imps all the time? Oh, maybe it's 6 of a major.
Oh, no. You know why? because you're thinking major suit terms.
Ah, that's what it is.
1430, 1530 is 17, 1370, 1470 is 16.
Or maybe I've actually just been stealing imps. I've been like shaving an imp off the top every time I scored up a vulnerable slam.
But yeah, so the six of a major making red, six of a major down one is always 17. The six of a minor, there is one imp on the extra under trick.
I think it's going to be very difficult for North South to get to 6 diamonds, though. Oh, here we go. I was thinking that South, with just this 9 count, might elect to check out 3 no trump, but he does find a 4 spade Q, it looks like, or something.
Yeah, pretty aggressive. And maybe he's thinking, that their set hasn't been great. I don't know.
Yeah. He might. There is something to be said for the fact that he knows his opponents are playing this like relay precision thing at the other table. Like it might just be necessary for him to try and aggressively get to the same contract as them.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 spades, check.
I think he knows North's shape, right?
And North could be 2-2, 5-4, 2-2, 4-5.
Could be, but probably isn't.
Yeah.
Kevin might have tried 3 hearts with that.
Mm-hmm. Nope, 5 diamonds. That might end the auction, and that is going to clinch the match. Even if 5 diamonds goes down, I can't imagine 5 diamonds going down.
Yeah, so they'll pull it out by 6 imps, 5 imps, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So, whew. Close match will stick around until the end of this hand, but it does look like Kolesnik, by the skin of their teeth, is going to end up being USA1 for the next junior cycle. They were probably the overwhelming favorites coming into this event, and they faced pretty tough competition from almost every team they played against. Queen of Hearts lead. Kevin is going to spend his time on this deal because it's not trivial to make 5 diamonds. He might want to protect against some sort of 4-0 diamond breaks. He might want to be very careful in case clubs are splitting badly. But a simple line of play is to just like win the ace of hearts. You could even duck the ace of hearts, but like win the ace of hearts and
I think he's
then try and rough out the clubs, playing for clubs to be 4-2. If diamonds are 3-1 and clubs are 4-2, you have a claimer. There is some possibility that it's right to only pull 1 round of trumps before doing all of this. Like diamond to the king, ace king of clubs, club rough. That ace of diamonds can be a crucial entry back to the 5th club. So a little bit of care required. Kevin elects ace of diamonds, ace of clubs, a diamond to the king, and a club up towards the king. This makes sense.
pretty sensible. Yep.
If diamonds were breaking, he could probably play a club to the jack as a safety play right now. But with diamonds not breaking, he now just has to revert back to club to the king, club hook, or club rough. And he will have a claim very soon. I guess he won't claim. There's a possibility of an overtrick if the king of spades drops, which it does. Or, no, he can just cash clubs and claim here. 12 tricks, and I don't know how many imps. That's what, like 12 or something, or 13?
I think it's 13, but we'll find out in a second.
Yep.
That's no 5 imps to no 5 imps shy for the Xiao team.
Yeah, very, very close match. I mean, an enormous number of imps were swung over just 60 boards. It looks like two junior teams were playing against each other, doesn't it?
Yeah, an average of nearly 6 imps aboard.
Yeah. Are we not claimers? Okay, we are claimers. 12 tricks and 177 to 172 looks like the final score, unless there are any sort of adjustments. So congrats to the Kolesnik team: Kevin Rosenberg, Ben Kristensen, Finn Kolesnik, Zach Grossack, and Jacob Freeman and Emma Kolesnik, who will be representing the U.S. in the upcoming cycle of junior events next year.
Yeah.